The Maximus. Oh, yeah. What a rush. Welcome, people, to Slick Trick RC. Meet the Maximus. And no, this is not a new RC. This is my oldest RC that I've owned. It's probably not the oldest one in my collection, because I think that Savage back there is much older. But this is still an old RC, and I believe they still make this vehicle. Banggood, I think, carries it. I think that's where I got it from. I used to order a lot of stuff from Banggood, but I got robbed from them, so I don't order from Banggood no more. I think I paid like $300 for this car on sale. I think it was $300. So it came as a forest car. It had much different tires on it. Those tires, I've actually modified them for the snow, and I've misplaced them, and I can't even find them right now. I think they're in my closet, which my couch is in front of. It's a sectional. So I have to take the couch apart to get in the closet. So the tires are in the closet, and I'm not getting to them right now. So I would just move the couch, but I pulled a muscle in my back, and my back's injured. So, you know, it is what it is. So these tires are on here. These are spare buggy tires that I had from my Radix, which is up there underneath those rags right up there. You know, excuse me, I've been moving stuff around to find the controller and get this thing working. This is the controller that came with the Radix, actually. Funny they put the tires on it, and the receiver and the controller is from the Radix. This is the Team Corrali controller. I don't really care for it too much for my big hands, and I have a lot of controllers, so. And it's only a 2-channel controller receiver. It's real basic. So the controller that came with the Corrali wasn't that good, so I put it on this car because it's for a kid, right? And we're trying to get the kid to behave, and this is his reward when he behaves. So he's been going to school, but now we find out that he's not, you know, he's not. I can't get into it, right? But we're gonna get this kid ship shape, you know. We're gonna get there. We're work in progress. But let me show you the car, because this car is highly modified. I mean, like you see wheels on it, doesn't look like anything special. But I'll bring it to the back. It has aluminum diff case. Let me get you on there. Aluminum control arms in the back. This is a wing mount to a, not to this car actually. This is to a zombie. They made the DHK made the zombie as well, and that had a wing on the back. So this is a wing mount, but with no wing, and I've modified it. So it's just used as a brace and attaches to the rear shock tower. It is, yeah, it attaches to the shock tower. It's just like a brace, and it helps to add strength. I had a problem originally with this thing. Had plastic gear cases. I would land upside down doing backflips and stuff, because this thing does killer backflips. It's a good stunt truck, right? And so I'd do backflips, and it would snap the diff case, because the shock tower is like mounted to the diff case right there. See, it's pinched in between two pieces right there. She's pinched in there, so she would snap off the plastic gear case. See, the front one's plastic. See how the front one's plastic and it's in there? Well, it would snap off, and that's what this brace is in the front are for. In the back, I just got aluminum diff case, and it stopped that problem. And the diff inside's aluminum too, and it's all shimmed up and heavy fluid. So, well, it's not that heavy fluid, but heavy enough for this little car. I haven't checked the fluid in a long time either. Don't really think I even care to. It's just for a kid to play with, so it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to go. And it has an Armor Creighton center diff. First generation Creighton diff and mount. And I've chopped, you see that mount? I've chopped a slot in it so you can just slide the motor out. Originally, you had to remove the pinion gear to get the motor off. But now, you just got to undo the 2 screws and it slides out without taking the pinion off, because I cut a slot. This motor mount is for an Armor Creighton, and I made it fit in this car. And this top plate, this bottom piece is the original, and the top piece is armor. See how it says armor on there? That's an Armor Creighton center and diff top piece right on there, and it's mounted to the to the Maximus. So I modified it. It may not look like it's modified, but trust me, it is. I even bent this plate a little bit because the diff is taller. So this had to go up higher a little bit. Just a little bit. but a little bit. It did have to be changed. So I did. This is highly modified. And I just got screws, a bunch of screws in here for magnets in the body. It kind of helps. I was trying to use magnets to hold the body on, but they weren't really strong enough in case of a crash of a high. Every time I do a backflip, the body would come off anyways. But yeah, unless I got some big ass screws in the bottom holding that center diff in. See that? I didn't even use. Yeah, I used big button head screws in the bottom, huh? Look at that. Who cares, right? It works. It serves a purpose. I did that so long ago. It's amazing I can still remember what I did. Yeah, so this linkage, I had stolen it for something, so I needed one of these, so I found this hanging on my shelf. I think I had bought it for something else and it didn't fit. Well, it fit on here perfectly. So she got a little bit of bling bling just because the pot fit, right? Yep, batteries are done. And those are the original batteries to the car. They still work. And this car's pretty old. See that? Got two of them. So it's 2S in series. So you got 4S. Right? And it's XT60 connectors because that's what I used to always use. I switched to XT90s for my 3S, but for the 2S, I still use 60s. Don't ask me why. I thought about changing all of them, but it's a lot. You got to buy more plugs and all that soldering. So I just got different adapters. I got different plugs. It works. It's fine. I use 2S for like the roto starters and all that stuff. So I do charge 2S batteries. I got 2S batteries for my boats. Because I got one boat, I use 2S in series as this does, and it runs off 4S. So in the spring, more boats coming. Travel to go to the water. But yeah, I'm just babbling. Just wanted to show you guys this car because I love this car. She's a great car. These are upgrades. These up here, they're all new. Everything's new. The bumper I replaced it. This is a brand new bumper. Haven't even used the car with this new bumper on it yet. And it is kind of brittle bumper too. There's no bumper in the back. It's just this piece. It doesn't really seem to need one. The chassis. She got some scrapes and scratches. She's not bent or nothing. She works. Yeah, buddy. She's a pretty tough car. I strengthened this one up. She really could use some good wheels. The body has lights wired to it, and I need to fix the LEDs, man. What a mess. And it's kind of heavy. It's all reinforced with shoe goo, drywall tape, and then some Gorilla tape as well. I mean, I experimented on this body of what you could do. The magnets are weighing it down. You got to pop all the magnets off, and you reattach the LEDs so the kid will have lights on his car. But he's gotta, start trying in school and stuff. You know how kids are. But this kid needs a little help. And this is hopefully going to motivate him. You think this will motivate a kid to try harder in school? I hope it does. All right, tubers, I got to clip this little cut in here because I was showing you about the truck and I forgot a few things in the back. These rear hubs are off of my Crowley Kronos over there. So I put aluminum carriers back there on the Kronos. One's made for an Armor Creighton, and I put Armor Creighton aftermarket CVDs in the back of that, and I got Armor Creighton control arms and all that on that. So I put the original knuckle from the Team Crowley Kronos on here with the original stub axle, right? So now it's got that big, thick stub axle for the 8 scale, because this has like 10 scale normally. They're a 6mm shaft. This is an 8mm stub axle, so it's thicker and stronger. So I upgraded it, and it fit inside the control arm just fine. And so those are from if you look, that's so if I can get you in there, you see that? You see that color? If I can get that to focus. There we go. You see the color of that? That's spring steel. That's Team Crowley. They use spring steel for the drive cups. My son managed to snap 2 of them. You can see a little bit in there. Yeah, see that drive cup? That's the original drive cup. That's got some wear to it, actually. It's not worn out. Actually, you know what? That's custom. That's what that is. Yeah, I customed that. I had to drive the pin out and grind that ball down smaller so it would fit in that drive cup. And then I used a grinder and I made that slot wider so the drive pin would fit in there. Yeah, so I mean, they're not This is Maximus parts on the inside. Yeah, you can see that one. You can see how I welded that one, right? Not my fanciest work in the world, but it works. Right? It works. So that one's got a little rubber, piece of rubber nitro fuel line in there. Keeping tension, because those are dog bones. So it's just keeping tension on the dog bone. This side's got something in there. This dog bone's probably a tiny bit longer, because they're both custom. I made them. So you can see in there, you can see them, right? So it gives you a good view. You know, I was thinking, I never broke any of these shocks on this truck or anything, and I've abused it pretty hard. I busted the body and glued it all back together. This thing's been beat on bad for about 2 years when I first got it. So that's why it's all upgraded like this. Well, there's Cole. Say hi, Cole. She wants to visit. She's giving it a CAT scan. Is it good? Does it approve? Do you approve? Let's get in the CAT scan. Yeah, we're getting a CAT scan. Whoops, she sneezed. Bless you. She should get double paws. She's a pretty girl. Whoops, sneezed again. Probably dusty. Yep. So that's Cole. So yeah, this is the Maximus, and this is all the upgrades. Yeah, buddy. So I'm going to tell him, you just got to do your part. Right, guys? So yeah, this is Wally's RC with a DHK Maximus, guys. I wanted to share this truck with you. I love this truck. It really needs a new body, too. Eventually, if the kid does good and he starts driving it, I'll give him a new body. You get a new body on it, new wheels, and it's like a new truck all over again, you know? So that's what our plans for the future are. And I'm just waiting for the weather to get better, and I hurt my back. So once I heal and the weather gets better, by that time I should be able to work on that track again, because the RC track is the only thing I really care about. Well, besides kids, of course. And that's another story. And this is just RC, so we'll stick to RC. So an RC track's coming in our future, perhaps more than one, because you never know. Who knows? Y'all stay confident but humble. And Jesus loves you. Peace.